What's up, guys? This is Ofo, and this is a never used match I had against brbkickingbabies, which is it's a pretty funny um, name if you ask me. But yeah, so this is with an NU team, another NU team I just made. I'm really liking never used. It's really awesome too, just because there's just so many different variations of Pokemon, and there's a couple of Pokemon in there that you might see a lot, such as Miltank or Swellow, but other than that, you see a lot of variety, and variety is the spice of life, so that's why I'm loving it so much. But I decided to leave my Gigalith, because on the team preview it showed, I think he led with something that I didn't really have to be scared of. But on this, he actually ends up leading with Meganium, potentially predicting that. And I decided I want to keep my Gigalith around, so I just switched into my own Sunflora, which was actually a requested Pokemon for my couple videos ago, I believe. And so she decides to set up her streams on this Meganium, and I decided to take the time to set up mine, even though I don't think this light screen really comes into any play. But I decided I might as well. So I do switch out, knowing that I can't do shit to him. Like, my Leech Seed won't be doing anything, so I can't really stall out with Leech Seed Protect, and my my Giga Drain is going to be resisted. But I do go on my Raichu because I do have Brick Break on this Raichu, and I don't think you see this very often, but I actually do take out his screens with a Brick Break, which you don't see that very often, surprisingly. I think that's the first time I've ever taken out screens with Brick Break, but he decides to switch out, which is probably a good move because I do have him Power Ice, which I do show right now. I could have over-predicted and gone for Agility, but I decided not to because I want Raichu to be at as big health as possible. So now I don't know if this guy's scuffed or something, so I do want to switch out, and knowing that I can take anything with my Gigalith, despite it being super effective, I have immense defense. But he ends up going for Switcheroo, and I end up getting a Choice Band, which I'm fine with, personally. I don't mind a Choice Band on my Gigalith. So my plan right here is to sub Stealth Rocks, and then switch out, and then save my Choice Band and Gigalith for later. So I know I can take a Waterfall pretty well, without Life Orb, and I do. But he gets a flinch, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You know, it doesn't happen very often, but I mean, Waterfall flinches. Are you kidding me? But whatever, I can still get my rocks, right? Nope. He gets a crit. He gets a critical hit. So that's completely prevented my rocks coming in, which means his Swellow and his what is that thing called? That bug flying Pokemon is going to be able to come in for you too, which really sucks. But now I take the time to go to my Raichu and go for an Agility, knowing that he really can't do much to me. If he did want to stay in, I do know I could take a hit, and then, then proceed to hit him with Volt Tackle. But right here, I do go for Hidden Power Ice as he, on his Meganium, and he does switch back into his Buizel. So, it's a Breezel or the evolve from a Buizel, I'm not exactly sure. But now I go for Volt Tackle, which is, it's just such a beast looking move. I love how that looks. And this is actually an extra belted mixed Raichu with Agility. I do have him Power Ice, Volt Tackle, Brick Break, and Agility on this guy, and it's kind of an interesting set, and it works out pretty well this match. So now I know this is boosted by extra belt, so I'm pretty sure this will take it out because it is super effective. But it doesn't even bring him into red, and that's really surprising. And he goes for Hidden Power. I'm like, what is this? What could this possibly be? It's ground. So he randomly has Hidden Power ground on Glaceon, which, end up paying off for him here, so I can't exactly criticize him for it, but, whatever. So now I do take the time to go into my Butterfree, knowing that I can just go for Sleep Powder, put that Glaceon to sleep, and then Quiver Dance on the switch, or, if she wants to stay in, that's fine too. So, yep, it pretty much goes to plan. He decides to switch out his Glaceon, which is a good move. And as I go for Quiver Dance, and he goes into his Golduck. So I'm not exactly sure what this Golduck could do. I know it probably is Ice Beam, but I know at +1 I can outspeed it. Even without +1, I could probably outspeed it. But seeing him outspeed here, I know for a fact that he is Choice Scuffed. But I do have a special defense raise from that Quiver Dance, so I am able to take him out with a Bug Buzz after surviving that Ice Beam. So, Butterfree isn't that bulky, but he was at +1 special defense, and that's not stab. So now he goes into his masquerade, and I do have hidden power flying on this Butterfree. So I am running some interesting sets. I decided to run hidden power flying because Butterfree doesn't get air slash or anything, and I decided, you know, it's stab, might as well. I mean, it's worked out pretty well this game, so I do take out that masquerade, which is really cool. And now he goes into a Swellow. I'm not exactly sure why. He decides to take this chance to protect and get his Toxic Orb working, but he really does not have that much to take a +1 special attack, special defense, and speed Butterfree. So right now, Butterfree is raping some shit up. So I do go for Hidden Power Hidden Power Flying, sorry, against that Swellow, and that is able to one-shot his Meganium, which Meganium is pretty decent special defense, but I'm at +1, so I'm not a stab, I guess. So now he goes into Glaceon, and I guess he goes to a priority move, maybe Protect or Ice Shot or something, and I am able to take him out with a Bug Buzz. So now his last guy is his Swellow, and I live with 2 HP, which is a 2 HP clutch. So he does go into Swellow, and now it's just a question of whether his Swellow, which is pretty frail, can take a +1 neutral Hidden Power Flying, and he's not. So that turned out to be a 3-0 after my Butterfree dies from his life orb recoil. And so that was a pretty good game. I know it was kind of a Butterfree sweep, and I was trying to get a game with this Sunflower, but I kind of showed its set, even though it didn't really do much. Maybe I'll get another game with this team, because I'm kind of liking it. It has some pretty unique sets with that Raichu and Sunflower and Butterfree. So, and I didn't even get a show Skunk Tank, but I hope you guys enjoy, and see you guys later. Peace.